WCHS, All Township.
And now, from the studios in Wall Township, New Jersey, this is Moron Sports Radio.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Moron Sports Radio. My name is Tyler Paley. I'm alongside Jacob Vernick and Michael Lopes, Noah Gorstein, and Tim Viola. Ronick Nair might be joining us shortly. We will start with some baseball news. We'll send it into Tim. Tim, there have been a lot of signings this offseason so far, winter meetings going on right now. What do you think of them so far?
I'd like to, probably the biggest signing so far is Jose Reyes going to the Miami Marlins from the Mets. Big loss for the Mets, I bet, especially because they really wanted Jose Reyes to come back. And now the Marlins are also trying to get who's him? Pujols. Yeah, 10-year deal, $220.
But also with the Jose Reyes signing, Hanley Ramirez released a statement that he doesn't want to play third base for the Marlins. What do you guys think about that?
It's Hanley Ramirez. I really don't care.
Yeah, honestly.
Guys, I totally disagree with Hanley on this one.
He's a superstar player, all-star except for this year.
Yeah.
Rookie of the year.
But the Marlins have been talking about moving him to third base for years now.
Who's their third baseman now?
It was Dobbs.
No. Cantu.
So, regardless, I mean, you can't take Hanley Ramirez out of the starting lineup. That's just, absurd. And you're not going to do that. You're going to put Reyes at shortstop. You're not going to move Reyes to third because that doesn't make any sense.
Absolutely
he doesn't have.
not.
No. In my opinion,
does make a lot of errors, though.
My opinion, what makes the most sense is Reyes the second, and Hanley stays at short. I think Reyes is a middle infielder.
What are you going to do with Infante?
I think he's past his prime. I don't think he's got much left in him. I don't think they need him.
All right, well, what I think is going to happen is I think that they should try and trade Hanley for draft picks or
clearly
just someone to
They can get a lot of stuff.
Now let me present something to you guys. Gabby Sanchez had such a good year last year, and especially against the Mets.
All-star.
Yes, all-star. He's so good. Such a good year, and he has some great potential. By signing Pujols, at this point in Pujols' career, you're not moving him anywhere other than first.
I see him going to left field.
Yeah.
Pujols or Gabby Sanchez?
No, Gabby Sanchez.
Who's their outfield?
Mike Stanton is also
Mike
another
Stanton
great
is
player.
in right field.
And you think about if you get Pujols also, the combination of Reyes, Hanley Ramirez.
Yeah, that's a great middle of the lineup.
Mike Stanton and Gabby Sanchez.
That's a great middle of the lineup. I don't see. I hear all these people talking about like where they get all this money. Well, to answer that question, the past years they haven't gone over $30 million in salary. So
Wow.
And their stadium, they've also been paying so much revenue towards the stadium that they're sharing.
Yep.
And I mean, just going back, if they do sign Pujols, Reyes, I can't think off the top of my head of a better top five in a lineup.
But do you see them as a playoff team with the pitching they have now with Josh Johnson? And
I saw the Eagles
Annabelle
as a playoff
Sanchez?
team in the NFL. I know
Very
it's a different
true.
sport.
Very true.
But
But
I saw the Heat as winning the finals. Did they win the finals? No.
This is baseball right now.
It's sports.
We're talking about pitching.
I know what he means. I know where he's coming from. Josh Johnson, in my opinion, is one of the best, if not the best pitcher in the National League.
Yeah, and they have some depth in their starting rotation too with Sanchez.
And they signed
and,
Heath Bell.
and Velasco.
They got Bell
They
too.
signed Heath Bell to a 3-year
Heath Bell
deal.
is going to lock games up for them.
All right,
I think pitching is more important than offense.
Let's just go back to the whole Pujols thing again before we go on to football. Tim's in there dying to go on to some football.
And basketball.
Yes. Yeah, basketball's a hot topic, but let's just finish up with Pujols real quick. The breaking news, the Cardinals just offered Pujols a 10-year, $220 million deal that's overpowering by $14 million. What?
I said that.
Oh, sorry. Well, regardless, who do you think he's going to go to? I mean, does he want to go back to where he's always been his whole career, or does he want to go to now this so-called superstar team?
I think St. Louis, he would like to stay there because he's been playing there so long. But I think just the whole Miami thing, beach, nice weather.
I don't think that has anything whatsoever.
I don't think that has.
Well, that's just my opinion. I would like to move to Miami if I could. I wouldn't want to be stuck in landlocked wherever the hell St. Louis is.
With Pujols coming off the World Series win, or the Cardinals coming off the win, I don't see him wanting to move anywhere else with such a dominant team.
If Pujols does leave, it'll be one of the most in my opinion, one of the most disgusting things in sports
gonna-
of a guy who
Like
leaves.
LeBron.
It's going to be like LeBron.
LeBron.
Yeah.
But
that's what I was
Cleveland
gonna say.
didn't win a championship the year after he left.
And you look at the impact that LeBron had on Cleveland. They won like 16 games or
But the
something.
difference between LeBron
Like
and
St. Louis won the
Pujols
World
is
Series.
that LeBron left Cleveland because they didn't win.
Right, exactly.
So obviously Pujols just finished winning a World Series.
Right.
Well, let's
So
be honest.
that-
LeBron left Cleveland because he would get more money. He didn't leave because they didn't.
He
win.
doesn't
Well,
need any
that's
money.
also part
no.
of it.
Wait,
They
you
didn't
and I
win.
know that.
They won
You and I
like
know
2
that.
games.
He
that
did it
season.
because he wanted to join Wade and Bosch.
Okay,
And
I'm
that stars
right.
trio.
And
I'm-
money.
I'm hearing LeBron, so I think it's time to move into some basketball.
Fair enough. That's a good transition, Tim.
All right, so there has been a statement saying that the NBA season will start on Christmas,
Christmas.
December 25.
Yep.
The Knicks versus Celtics opening at Madison
yeah, go
Square
Celtics.
Garden. No, Knicks all day,
Yeah,
every day.
Knicks.
And so preseason is finally underway. I think players are starting to get back into their rhythm, start practicing instead of
Tim,
doing...
let me present a question to you. Where will Chris Paul and Dwight Howard end up when we see the first games on Christmas?
Ooh, that's actually a tough statement, but this is a tough decision to make because they both have so much to bring. There have been rumors that both players could end up in Los Angeles playing for the Lakers.
Yeah, I heard that. Or the Clippers.
Or the
Yeah,
Clippers,
or the
yeah,
Clippers.
but I think that one thing that could end up happening is that Dwight Howard could end up signing back. If the Magic just start getting some better players for Dwight to play with, then he'd stay. But I think that Dwight's trying to look to go somewhere else. But I know that the Nets were looking into him and just looking to improve. And it looks like Ronick Nair has just entered the studio. So, hey, Ronick.
Hello, guys. I know you've missed my presence in the studio.
All
Somewhat.
right, we're talking about NBA, Dwight Howard, and Chris Paul, where they're going to end up, if they do end up somewhere before the first game on Christmas.
Well, really, there's no way to say to know where they'll end up from here, but we can only look to see. But one thing that will definitely is that centers this year will make a lot of money. The free agents, such as Dwight Howard, Gasol, center
Lopez.
for Lopez. No, Lopez not a free agent. The center for Dallas, they're going to make tons of money because center positions this year is just going to be in high demand. So.
Yeah, all right, guys. Before we move on to Lopez's opinion, we're just going to go to a short break. Everybody stay tuned to Moron Sports Radio.
Uh-huh.
Did you say my opinion?
Nobody cares about your opinion.
Every year, 5,000 deaths occur from underage drinking. That is 5,000 lives that will never get to grow up, never get to experience the world, never get to live their lives to the fullest. There's a reason there is a drinking age. Consuming alcohol too young can lead to brain, liver, and growth defects. Don't do it because it seems cool, because everyone else is doing it. Help stop it. It can lead to alcoholism at an early age. Don't be a statistic. For more information, visit the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism website.
Fly, he said funky, coma data.
If it's totally tubular, radical, or awesome, it's on WCHS. Bringing you the hits of the 80s, 90s, and today. WCHS, Wall Township.
Hello, everybody. We are back with more on Sports Radio. So, guys, we left off with basketball. I'd like to move on to football. Packers, Giants. What's your opinion?
What's my opinion? I don't think there's much to say. I mean, the game ended exactly how I thought it would end. The Giants played well. The Packers played better, so the Packers got the win.
Packers played better,
Yes.
or
The Packers are a better team than the Giants, so if they play 70%, they can do better than the Giants at 90%, which is what they were doing.
But you knew the game was going to be an offensive battle. Both defenses aren't really playing as well as they wanted to. Giants have a lot of injuries. I think who was out? AJ Hawk was out for Green Bay, and I thought Eli played well. Rodgers had a terrific game as always. But you give Aaron Rodgers the ball with over 30 seconds, and you know he's going to kill you.
That was unbelievable. He made 2 plays and he got down the
I
field.
mean,
that wasn't Rodgers. That was the receivers for Green Bay just being the receivers
Just
for Green Bay,
but
and
just
then
the presence that he has to make those plays. I mean, it's equally important.
I'll tell you,
it goes two ways.
My dad and I are watching the game. As soon as DJ Ware gets that 2-point conversion, we all cheer, and then we're like, "There's 58 seconds left on the clock."
I
knew the game was over.
You didn't know the game was over, but I knew that the Packers had a very good chance of coming back.
I didn't think they would. I didn't think it would be 2 plays. I thought we would have at least seen some timeouts and
maybe you could see some 2-minute football. But they just went around business as usual.
And Ronick, what you said before, you said that the Packers would play better than the Giants if they were playing 70 and the Giants playing 90%. But I feel like both teams were playing at the same percent. But it's just that the Packers have the more factors instead of the Giants.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Like
wait.
Aaron Rodgers.
No, wait. He's calling me out. He's calling me out.
I'm not calling you out. I'm just saying. Like I feel like they played both. They both played hard. It's just the Packers were more.
If the Giants
have more factors.
If the Giants aren't as good a team.
Guys.
All right, guys. I have a very big point right here.
No,
Tyler.
Okay, go for it now.
All right. In 2007, when the Giants won the Super Bowl, they played the Patriots. They lost the game 38-35.
Correct.
Do you possibly see a rematch coming up in the NFC Championship?
And that's a perfect thing to say what I was going to say. Tom Coughlin said before the game, we have a Super Bowl quarterback, and so do they. There's nothing different about it. So whether or not that's a factor this year, okay, they already beat the Patriots this year. Yes, they lost to the Packers. Yes, they did. Okay, it was a pretty close game. And by close, it came down to the last 3 seconds of the game.
We know, we watched.
Okay, that's great. I'm just reiterating the fact that if the Giants can win next week and go 3-1, they're in the playoffs. Who knows what can happen?
But they need to worry about Dallas.
Eli is having the best season of his career.
Everything is in front of them. They have to beat Dallas twice.
Yeah,
it's all on the Giants' shoulders. They can't. The Giants
this is all
can't rely
Giants.
on other teams losing.
You
they have to
you
win.
can't blame. This is not no longer other teams playing spoiler for them. Anything like that. Giants have to beat the Cowboys.
No.
And I think they are a better team than the Cowboys, but whether or not they play like the better team, which most of the time in this second half of the season so far, they haven't been.
Do you think the Giants are playing bad, or they're staying in the game?
All right, this is good. This is good for me to go back to what Lopes was saying. He said he felt like they were playing at the same percent. Lopes, what I was trying to say is if the Packers are a better team, a much better team than the Giants, which is true, they're playing 100%. Can do wonders for them. They can do fantastic. The Giants playing at 100%.
Okay, we
get it.
We get it.
I agree with that. I agree.
I want to go back to the game though. The pass caught by Ballard in the end zone called out, but online there were pictures that revealed that it was in.
Game changer.
It was a game changer, but I think it's a spot decision. The referee, it could have gone either way. I honestly, the first time I saw it, I thought there's no way that this is in bounds. Then I look at replay and I'm like, you know what, this is close, but.
There are pictures.
There were pictures, but that happens a lot, Tim. I mean, it's just part of the game. You can't do anything about it. Sad
I know,
as it
but
is.
I'm just saying.
Let me just say,
did you think
it comes down to Coughlin wasting the 2 challenges in the first before he could have easily challenged that, but he wasted them on
idiotic.
calls. It was
idiotic. I think that maybe the Ballard one was okay, but the one after that was terrible. I didn't agree with that one at all. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that this is not all on like.
Yeah,
this is it's partially Coughlin's fault as well. I mean, we've seen in the past that he's very good with challenges. He has the best rate.
The Giants are a first half team. They never do as well as the second half as they do in the first half. There's no denying it.
True.
There's absolutely no denying it, and I think it's going to remain true this year. And I don't think they'll make the playoffs.
Eli is elite.
No,
Eli.
That's correct. You saw last year the Giants were fantastic. They were keeping up with teams like the Saints, and they just blew it in the second half.
But then in a couple games in the beginning of their season, Eli is just throwing the ball in no man's land and turning the ball over for no reason. And that costs the game. So if Eli just keeps doing that, then I don't see the Giants even making the playoffs past the Dallas.
This year, Eli has the most fourth quarter wins.
Eli's having a great season. You can't blame Eli at all.
It can really go either way.
You can blame the injuries. You can blame the incompetent receivers. You can't blame Eli Manning.
Cowboys
ironic.
You can blame the defense.
Cowboys win the East.
But if it doesn't work, then I blame Eli's.
All right.
I don't blame it at all.
Lopes, Ronick, we're going to have to cut you off. Tyler?
Thanks, guys. That'll do it for Moron Sports Radio today. And for Ronick Nair, Michael Lopes, Noah Gorstein, Tim Viola, and Jacob Vernick, my name is Tyler Paley. We will see you all on Friday for our real show day. Everybody have a great day, and let's see who wins, Giants or Cowboys.